Hello, welcome or welcome back to Soulful Healing Tarot. In this reading, we're going to be channeling the energy of your immediate future. So let's find out what your immediate future looks like. What is the plot? Go ahead and pick a pile that you're most drawn to. Use your intuition. Pause the video if you need more time. The timestamps will be in the comment section below, and I shall see you at your reading. Bye bye. Hello, my dear pile number ones. Welcome to your reading. So let's find out what your immediate plot, the immediate future is going to look like. And this is to bring awareness to these energies. And when you are aware, you can lead a more intentional life, right? So let's look at the cards. Let's see what we have in store here. The Emperor, starting off strong with the Emperor, the Knight of Swords. Okay, look, the Emperor, the Knight, and the Hermit. Do you see, like, it feels like I am pulling out the archetypes, like three different archetypes from a kingdom, right? Someone who's playing the role of the knight, someone who's playing the role of the hermit, and someone who's playing the role of the emperor, right? Let's look at the other cards before we dive right in. You are not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Face your true north. That's a powerful message, right? To understand that, maybe you are not the problem, maybe others are the problem. And I think you are realizing this, okay? Looking at the hermit, looking at the Knight of Swords, and being sitting in the position of the emperor, finally, knowing your worth and knowing your power and taking your power back, even, right? You're seen as someone who's very strong, someone who, you cannot sway this person that easily. You're sitting like a ram, like a leader, right? So let's look at the other cards. Waning gibbous beauty, 20. I see beauty everywhere and it raises my vibration. Beauty is like medicine. It can heal even the most broken spirit. Beauty is everywhere. Just look. It comes in many forms. I love how I look. Rid yourself of clutter and what you find disagreeable. I think this is this rid yourself of clutter. Some of it could be, people. Okay, some people who are not really aligned with your energy right now. Okay, so if at all you've been blaming yourself or thinking whether you're the problem, this reading is just here to tell you no, you're not the problem. Okay, we all are put in circumstances where we have to grow. Okay, it almost looks like a test. So from what I see, this could be a chance where you are stepping into the role of an emperor, someone who's disciplined, someone who's organized, someone who knows their worth and their power, right? And this wisdom is derived from the hermit, going into like self reflection, contemplation, right? And having the will to do that. He's holding on to the staff, the stick, right? And there's this guiding light, and he's looking within. He's pausing to look within, okay, for inner wisdom, to understand what is going wrong. And this pause is going to really help you. This self reflection is going to really help you, okay? And then taking the action, the needed action, the knight is going forward, okay? Knight is with the clarity, knight is moving forward, knight is not hesitating, knight is charging right in, okay? And with that, taking control of your life, taking control of what you feel is nourishing you and what you feel is draining your energy, right? Understanding that, having the awareness of that, and cutting and decluttering right now when it comes to people, when it comes to situations, so that when you have that clarity, you're more aligned to things that actually works for you, that is actually putting yourself in this role of the emperor. Okay, let's look at the other cards. Reconnect. Spend time with your inspiration, source, art, music, nature. If you had to hear that, I think you are meant to reconnect with your inspiration. Okay, what inspires you right now? Okay, some energy externally, if it has faltered your vibrations, right? You've been feeling low, you've been feeling a little sad or stuck, then this immediate plot, right, whatever I see in front of me, it is suggesting that right now At this moment, you're meant to reconnect with something that inspires you, with your hobby, something you like doing, right? With nature, with music, with source, right? See, it is saying with source that is going to help you reconnect with, no, that is going to put you in this hermit mode, okay? That is a true guidance that is coming through right now. If I were to say what is one take back from this reading, right now, immediately, that is the take back, okay? And you're meant to see beauty within you, you're meant to see beauty in everything around you, okay? Next, bee. Wow. Number one. Look at that. Queen bee in your power. Okay. It is giving, I attract, I don't chase. Okay. I'm in my, even the emperor is giving the same vibe. I don't chase, I attract. Everything is naturally coming towards me. Why is it happening? Because I know my worth. I am the queen bee. And it also says here, don't drink all of life from one flower, for there are many to taste and many to explore. So this is just, when this card comes out, right? Mostly it is, if you are fixated on a result from one particular group of people or one particular thing that we are doing, right? We're so fixated on that because it means a lot to us, or it meant a lot to us, or their opinion means something to us. We are meant to reevaluate. Okay, are we doing the right thing right now? Are we attaching too much to the results? Okay, and that we're not understanding that we are somewhat being like a slave to this goal instead of being in control of this goal. Okay, and also with people, this means that maybe you're meant to explore more groups, or uh, run with other circles, right? Don't put all the eggs in one basket, basically. So whatever, however this message reflects in your life right now, that is something that you're meant to hear. Okay, I also picked up divine timing for this. I don't know why I picked this up, but if at all you've been thinking about something, right, about a decision, or about what you need to do, and what is the timing for this? This card clearly says after a decision. So when I look at this, whatever artwork I've done, right? Uh, Whatever came into my mind, then I would have just sketched it. Okay, so there's a dolphin jumping high, right? Jumping high, and there is a sun setting behind it, and it is a very beautiful sight. You finally coming out and shining bright. And of course, people loves watching dolphin jump out, and it is a spectacle, right? People go to watch this. It makes others happy. So you're quite a sight, isn't it? So once you make a decision, this is a decision that you need to make, right? Whatever is in your mind that you want to happen, right? It will happen after a decision. I also want to see immediate future. Let me ask some more questions. Okay, let me ask some more questions. I want to know where this applies to. Okay, whether it is your personal life with people, how you're having problems with people, career. Just a clue, because it seems quite general, isn't it? Yeah, it is with people. Okay, I got the Five of Swords energy. There is a conflict energy with people where they feel like whatever you're doing is against what they want. So they kind of play the victim role. Probably your decisions are not making them happy, something like that. Okay, but you know that whatever decisions you're taking is right for you, right? There is a difference of opinion. Maybe you're not around the right group, so you have to dim your light. And if at all you take your stance, right, it kind of rubs them off the wrong way, right? And they kind of say you are the reason, and blah blah blah, that kind of make you feel guilty, right? So it's not, you don't have to. I think it is a what this reading is telling us here is, you need to embrace your weirdness, right? You need to embrace your weirdness, and not everyone, you're not for everyone. clearly there is a suggestion that you need to move from the circle to something that is a different circle where you are more in power, right? You're empowered, you're like the emperor. Okay, and you're allowed to state what you want. Okay, you're not thinking twice before saying anything, and you're not guarding those thoughts. Here probably with this group you might be thinking, okay, 100 times before you say something, because you don't know how you're going to trigger them, or your words might create some kind of friction, that you actually you that was not your intention at all. You're just being yourself, right? So this is shifting for you, and you need to take a decision here. Probably just move away from this group of people, and move towards your own power and inner knowing, and standing your ground right now. Because once you take this decision, only then you will be moving forward to something more fulfilling. Look at that. I got the 10 of Pentacles energy. You're in the right community. Okay. It is giving stability. It is giving balance. It is giving materialistic, tangible wealth, right? Manifestations. Let's just call it manifestations. So it is showing someone who's, when it comes to the masculine aspect, right? Whatever is connected to your work, the things that you take action towards, your kind of dreams that you have, right? To manifest on this physical reality, you are more recognized there. You're feeling more fulfilled there. So you have to take this decision to move towards something more fulfilling for you. This is what I'm seeing for your immediate future here. Okay, so let's look for some more messages, anything else that you need to hear. Okay, you are meant to focus on your inner power. Okay, you have the power. You are the light. Okay, let it be known no will or desire is more powerful than I embodied. Okay, you need to remember this. You need to know your own power, your own inner power, the light that shines within you and that has the potential to shine so bright, right? And which has been dimmed right now. That's not fair, is it? Just because of people around you, you need to dim that light. That's not fair. Okay, let me look at some more cards once again. So, yeah, there is this energy of what can help you when you are put in a group setting, right? I think you are strategic, you are playful, you're like more into teamwork. And I think this dynamic with this group of people or where you are at right now is not working for you. Okay, you can move towards, I think this is suggesting that you be more strategic, playful, and teamwork. And if you're thinking, hey, how can I be like with this group of people, then you have to think whether you are in the right place or not. Okay, because you are meant to shine in this energy. You're not meant to be blamed for being strategic and playful and having that teamwork recognized, right? You're not getting recognized where you are for your strengths, basically. For your strength you're not getting recognized, and the people are dimming your light even. So let's move, let's shift our energy, right, from that kind of settings. Let's see. Okay, um there is there is this gossip about you regarding single life, being single and living a luxurious life. I don't know what it is about you, being single, being you're not depending on anyone, and there is some jealousy over your freedom. Okay, so that is another thing that is coming through. That is something that you need to be aware of. Okay, so yes, that is it for your reading, pile number one. I shall see you in my next reading. Until then, bye bye and take care. Hello, my dear pile number twos. Welcome to your reading. So let's find out what your immediate future looks like. Okay, I have your cards in front of me here. Let's dive right in. King of Pentacles energy. God, yeah, show off that, whatever it is that You're showing off right now. You're in the King of Pentacles energy mode. You are the king. Oh, because of the hard work that you put in. Okay, it's finally over. You've been doing this for a long time. Okay, you've been investing your passions, your desire, and the work that you put in. Right, taking action towards something that you have wanted. Right, that will put you in this King of Pentacles energy. And I see that happening for you. Okay, I see that happening for you. You're going to be rewarded, and it is your own hard work. Okay, I'm not going to say, you know what, the spirit team, they acknowledge your hard work, and it feels like it's going to come because you know it's going to happen for you because you put in the work. I mean, that makes sense, right? When I said you put in the work, look at the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you did. You did put in the work. You did invest you did invest whatever that you had, right, in this career or in this dream of yours. You put in the hard work. You were passionate about it. You took inspired action, and now we are seeing a King of Pentacles energy, very close to fulfilling this goal of yours. I love that. The Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. How beautiful. See, Knight is thinking, okay, where do I invest my time, whatever is precious to you, in a tangible way? Where do I invest my money? Where do I invest my emotions? Where do I invest my energy and my this passion that I have? I'm so driven, I'm so motivated, and it matters, right? Where you put all this energy into. What if you end up in a place where, it doesn't really nourish you, right? It is bringing you down. And no matter how much good you are at something, it it kind of you might feel like you're running in circles. That's what I must say. But for you, it is not. I don't see that. I see that you have put in a lot of hard work towards something. You've invested it, and you've been resilient. Okay, you're not complaining about work at all or about taking action. You've taken those action, right? Continuously, consistently, right? And now it is time for things to shower upon you. See that tangible result. I see some good stuff happening for you. Pile number, oh, manifestations. Pile number 2, it's time for your manifestations to arrive. How beautiful, right? uh, no, I don't want to be that channel that's very like talking about predictions or anything like that. I want to see the future plot, right? But in your case, it is so easy to see the plot because I can see what you've been doing and I can see where you're headed, right? So it is very easy to okay, manifestation is happening for this person, right? It has been a ride. Okay, it has been a ride where some things has worked out very easily for you, but some things, it was gave you some trouble to try to figure things out, right? But whatever it is, you have taken the action. Okay, you've not been in crossroads, and you've not been like stagnant. You have made sure that you stayed driven towards achieving your goals because you wanted to be in this kind of King of Pentacles energy. Okay, now because of all this the hard work, the process that you've been through, right? You have learned a lot too. Someone who can manage this energy, all the manifestation that you're receiving, right? So you are not a newcomer when it comes to handling things, even if it is fame, right? Whatever shiny thing that you that you've desired right now, okay, if it is fame or if it is money through a particular career, if it is being the leader of some group, right, some position that you've desired, all that you can handle it is what I'm saying. Okay, it's not like one fine day you wish for something and next day you receive it and you don't know what to do with it, right? So it's not that. Let's look at the other cards. Monetize. What am I talking about? Look at this. Stop doing it for free. Monetize, charge. It's time for things that you've been doing, right? If at all you've been on YouTube or something like that, it takes time to get monetized and all that, right? So you might be like having a breakthrough moment here where you are getting you're getting monetized, and also you are deriving wealth from it. Okay, because you've been putting in the work. You are building a community, and there is consistency, and the algorithm recognizes that, and now you are blowing up. You're becoming famous and influential, and look at you sitting in the king of pentacles energy, right? Even with monetization right now, I see that whatever you've been invested in, like the experiences, now you can monetize that. Okay, you can be the mentor, you can be the teacher, you can you are in a position where you can charge people. Okay, so that is what I'm seeing here. Let's look at the other cards. Creation, beautiful, and Star Brothers. Let me read that for you. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. You need to know that you are protected in this journey. Okay, nothing can take this away from you. You need to remember that. If at all you have any fears of uh, being good, being successful, right? You need to know that you're protected. And if you have fears of being seen, like being famous or being seen, or even in your own circle of people, right? Your immediate family, you might think, oh my God, they're going to bother me now. You might have those things in your subconscious mind. This is not for all, okay? So if at all you have those fears, you have to hear this, that you're protected. There's loyalty coming in, there is safety, there is trust. Okay, you being loyal to your craft is it's mirroring right now, it's coming back to you. Okay, and with the beaver moon, it says creation with the number 39. Look at this, it is giving creative energy. Oops, sorry about that. Kind of there's a tripod, I fixed the mic to it and I shook it. Okay, creator, I am a mighty creator, creatrix. It is my birthright to create. Exactly, it is your birthright to create. You can create your own destiny. Be industrious. Every creature of earth creates. You should welcome the process of creation and save money and time. Have a reserve. You're going to be saving money and time. Okay, and if at all you've been stuck where you're not able to create, and you're having a creator's block, or you've been questioning your path, this is an encouragement from your spirit team to create. Okay, everything in nature, they're creators, they create. Okay, you need to be industrious. That is what this card is telling us. And create your own destiny, take control of your life. Okay, don't let life take control of you. Sometimes we are in that we have those moments where we question, and we kind of let go, and we kind of are misaligned with the flow when it comes to this goal that we have, right? On how our life is meant to be. So for you, you want to be the king of pentacles. Okay, you want to have all those things, you want to have those shiny things in life, whatever materialistic attachments that you have, and go guilt free, girl, because you are working on it. Okay, I see your hard work, and it is at the stage of completion right now. Okay, as we speak, very close, very close. And with divine timing, I have within 3 to 6 months. Okay, so what I see here, when it comes to 3 to 6, within 3 to 6 months, right? This is something that I see when it comes to like exponential growth. Okay, not the immediate results that you're looking for. I already see that you're very close to your goal when it comes to making that money, or like a few things. Okay, I can take care of my debt, I can take care of my the needs that I have, basic needs that I have. I can take care of a few other things and more. Okay, I also have time to invest in vacation. Now, all that is great, right? This 3 to 6 months is talking about your next phase, where once you feel that safety, right? When it comes to money, you're going to feel it real quick. Okay, as we speak, you're very close to it. You're going to feel secure, you're going to feel safe, you're going to touch that first level of safety, where whatever you've been thinking about, your concerns, right? Okay, I have to pay this, I have to pay that, I have to pay here, I need this money for this, I need my money for my dental work, or anything like that, for my beauty treatments, all that you have on your mind, right? That will be taken care of in the near future. but for, by 3 to 6 months, so the next phase, the next cycle of you investing in this dream of yours, right, that within 3 to 6 months you're gonna like become, it is gonna maximize in a way that you won't believe. Okay, because it right now you're not thinking in those numbers, and you're not thinking in that expansive vision. Okay, it's okay, that doesn't matter, but isn't it nice to have that coming for you? Okay, right now you will be hearing it here, okay, for the first time. And this has, like, the roller skates on it, the image of a roller skates. So I feel like it's going to be smooth. Okay, it's going to be a very smooth transition. This also gives me like the idea that it is flexible. You can fast forward this movement. It does not have to be 3 to 6 months. It might happen even before that. Okay, whatever you wished for. So you might zoom into that. Whatever, for example, you had forecasted, okay, within 3 to 6 months in your mind you had said, okay, practicality, thinking about the practicality of things, you would have set things some timeline like this, 3 to 6 months. And this could also be a message where your spirit team is coming in to tell you, no, girl, we're zooming in. Okay, we're zooming in, and we want to, like, let's explore. We are going to be, you know, we're going to be flying to the treasure, like the treasure island now. Okay, we want you to see what awaits you. Okay, what awaits you, King of Pentacles. So yes, that was your message, pile number 2. I hope it resonated for you. I shall see you in my next reading. Until then, bye bye. Hello, my dear pile number 3s. Welcome to your reading. So let's find out what your immediate future looks like. Okay, I have your cards in front of me here. Let's begin with the tarot cards. Queen of Cups. Beautiful. Queen of, oh wow, Six of Wands. Okay, Six of Wands. You will be recognized for something that you must know what it is, because I feel like you have taken action towards this, some goal of yours, some endeavor right now, some dream of yours. You are going to be recognized. This also could mean that this, when I see this, right, I feel like it is a marriage proposal even. Okay, or some couples coming in union. That is something that is coming through, where you are going to feel like the Queen of Cups. Okay, your emotions are going to be so grounded, you're going to feel like you're the queen. Okay, emotionally very satisfied, very indulging, and you're going to feel very special, right? So in this relationship, so it could be a relationship, or it could be something that you're going to achieve, like a result, a success, something that you have already taken action towards. Okay, you're going to emerge successful. That is your immediate future. So think about things like that. Is it even an exam, right? If you guys are still in college, is it an exam? Is it some sports event that you are receiving all this accolades for, right? Let's look at the other card. Judgment. Divine judgment is an order. Okay, it is time. Maybe it is time for this union, even, right? It is time for some celebration. It is time for you to feel like, your emotions are so grounded, so in flow, so valued, right? You're treated so purely, like when it comes to that emotional layers, right? Someone who treats you like understand every aspect of you emotionally. Okay, it is someone or something that fulfills this. By achieving something, you feel so very fulfilled and satisfied. Okay, emotional contentment. And this Queen of Cups, she's holding a cup that is very different from all the other cups. Okay, it is very embellished, it has customized, it is bejeweled, customized, and it is making her feel, I feel like she's looking at it with such adoration, right? Right, it feels so special for her. So that is what I'm seeing here. And we have surrender here, look at that. It says there's nothing more blissful than the act of letting go, of setting yourself free of all that doesn't serve you. Okay, I think this judgment is also saying, live it to the divine right now. Trust in the divine timing, trust in divine energy to settle something, to bring balance to whatever you are, um, whatever you feel like there was no justice there, something was off balance, right? When it comes to you giving something and not receiving something back equally emotionally, and even in physical matters, right? Maybe you gave something too much and you're not receiving the same from the other person, or from the divine even. Okay, you're praying a lot to god, and you're doing all journaling and manifestation, and you're spending a lot of time, even chanting mantras maybe, and you're feeling like maybe is something off right now. So your divine is asking you to surrender. Okay, leave it to us. We have heard you. We see what you are asking. We understand why you feel this way. Okay, we have validate. Ask your audience if they even want this before you build it. Okay, see, I picked this out from a practical guidance, like when it comes to taking actions. It may mostly in career perspective, but this is more about validating validating you. Okay, your prayers, your if you've been asking a lot of questions to god or the universe, whatever you believe in, right? There is something, some manifestation happening for you to prove that you are going to be recognized, you're going to feel very happy. Okay, you're going to be very proud of yourself, you're receiving that success, whatever makes you feel that the feeling of success, right? Whatever you associate to right now, right? That is that's happening for you. Okay, then we have long night moon with darkness. The darkness needs to be there. Okay, I guess you were feeling this. Okay, you've been in a phase of darkness, right? So the spirit team is here to tell you that the judgment day is near, and you're going to feel very good, very emotionally satisfied. The darkness needs to be there as much as does the light. You are entering a time of introversion, a leaner time, or a time to turn inwards to plan and strategize. It is time to do shadow work, which will bring big dividends later on. Release what no longer works for you. Okay, shadow work is happening for you. You need to surrender. I think what you're thinking right now is, no matter what you do, right? Oh my God, when you surrender came twice. Look at this divine timing when you surrender. So, if at all you've been wondering why things are not working out for you, the divine guidance here is for you to surrender. Just surrender. Okay. If I were to connect with this energy, right, when it comes to shadow work, it usually comes around a time where nothing is going right for you, and you're holding on to things that give you some kind of fake security, but you're not really happy there, but you fear the unknown, you fear stepping out of this. Okay, there is some unknown ties that is holding on to the situation or this kind of people, and you're praying to god, probably wondering, why am I here? I thought this was the right place, I thought you put me here, I thought you put me with these people, and what is it, right? What is it right now? There is also another terminology that is coming to my mind is sinking cost fallacy, right? Staying because you put in a lot of work, and uh, you don't want to waste that. So even though you see that it's not working out for you, so see how it aligns for you. So this dark phase is going to end when you surrender. You need to surrender to something. Okay, you need to surrender it to the divine. Let things play through as it is meant to be. Right, things are going to happen. Maybe a little bit you might think, oh, this is bringing me so much pain, so much darkness. It's actually not. Okay, I see you moving towards something that is more emotionally fulfilling for you. You're going to feel very satisfied. Okay, and I think you need that right now. Okay, you've been feeling like you've you're feeling like a bit drained when it comes to your emotions, like zombie, like not nourishing at all. Okay, not nourishing environment, even in your own mind or with externally, right? Your spirit guides are guiding you to a different path. Surrender, something new. I look at this girl, I see there is a new, she's looking at a new path and she's surrendering. Okay, maybe she doesn't know where she's going, but she's open, right? She's open and her arms are wide open, even, right? It is showing like, I am open to this path, I'm ready. Deep cellular healing. You need to heal. There is some healing energy that needs to happen here. It says our Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Okay, going to be in a period of physical and emotional healing. And this is a good thing. This seems like a phase where you are, transitioning into something that is beautiful, that is more aligned for you. If I'm reflecting from my own experiences, right? When I look at this plot, oh, I see what is happening. When I refused to surrender and I had to surrender, there was no other way, because don't the more I resisted it, the more stronger the plot in the physical manifestation started getting, like, they're pushing me out from that reality into something that is more aligned for me. So if you surrender, things will happen sooner. Okay. And it is just your mind causing all this fear for you. I can guarantee you that once you move out of it, you're going to feel a lot of like a very blissful energy. Okay. This itself could be the challenge for you, nothing else. Okay. Pile number threes. That was your reading. So I want to, let me just pull out some more cards for you. Just hold on. It says pixie energy, pixie elf energy, youthful and agile, lightness to their movement, playful, mischievous, sparkle in their eyes. Okay, you're going to get all these things back. Okay, you're going to get this spark back. You're going to feel like, a fairy again, like a pixie again. You're going to get that spirit and energy back. Okay, and one more thing. I'm just going to pick out one more thing. It says, see the possibilities, not the limitations. I'm right there with you. Okay. Look at the possibilities of this new path. If at all you've been pushed into a new path, you're meant to see the possibilities. Okay. Even if it is a relationship. Let's look at some more cards for you. I think you're holding on to something that feels like safe and secure for you right now. Okay. But there's only four things there. Would you want more? There is energy of conflict, different opinions, safety and security. When it comes to safety and security, you're holding on to, you're defending other ideas or other possibilities and holding on to something that you feel secure right now. Okay. What else? Yes. And you're a bit sad and disappointed, right, with the energy that you've invested. Like I said, that is giving off the seeking cost fallacy, right? You're moving towards the sun. Listen, this is about you being aligned with your true self, okay? You being able to feel uh, all the good things again in life, okay? All you're going to feel that energy. You're going to get connected to yourself. Whatever environment you have been in the recent past, it has got you disconnected from your true nature. You might even be thinking, oh, I remember those days when I was like this. I was so free spirited. I used to go on adventures. I used to take care of myself and my body. I used to look so good in that dress, right? I used to make efforts to do all that. But right now, look at me. Why am I so dull? Like, probably it is because of the environment that you are in. You might be holding on to something. And I feel bad, okay? I feel bad because I know what it is like, why one would hold on to some safety and security like that is when they have already experienced something in the past that has shaken them up, right? So it is like a fearful fear and trauma response, I feel. But you'll be all right, pile number three. I see all good stuff for you. You're going to be blessed. You're going to be shining so bright in your sun energy, right? Whatever your sun sign, right? The zodiac, the traits. when it comes to personality traits, you'll be shining in all the positive aspects of that trait. Mm. You're going to feel so warm. You're going to feel like you can be like a child again, open and happy and so full of love and happiness and joy, and be in that mischievous elf like energy again, right? Something that you need to think about right now. Don't you want to do that? I think you might be so disconnected with this energy. I think you should go back and look at your past self. Look at the photographs, think about, try to meditate on those, all those good moments that you had. Try to remember the best versions of yourself. You might have closed those chapters off thinking because of some experiences you have had in the past, but you're forgetting the versions of you there. Okay, how you were, how beautiful you were, and how talented you were, and how inspired you were to take actions, how creative you were. So something is missing, some disconnect is missing. Some There is some disconnect, I mean. So yes, pile number 3, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed that. I shall see you in my next reading. Until then, bye bye and take care.